Hey everybody, and welcome to Can Do Entertainment Presents WWE BattleGround, the Observe and Comment Review. Now, I tried this last month with Money in the Bank. However, I went on way too long and my video would not fit on YouTube. So I'm going to try not to rant and rave and get on my soapbox long enough, and maybe this damn video will fit. Alright, so we had BattleGround 2016 from Washington, D.C. tonight, and the kickoff show was Breezango against the Usos, and who the hell cares? Breezango went over. So, on to the first match of the show, which was a tag team ladies match, or women's match, excuse me, it's no longer Divas, which featured Charlotte and Dana Brooke taking on Sasha Banks and a mystery partner. Which begs to differ. Why? Because with everything that's been going on with the building of the women's division over the last few months, why in the hell are we doing all these tag matches? We had one last month and then we're getting another one this month. Well, that was quickly answered because the mystery partner was Bayley making her pay-per-view or event show debut. So that's why we got a tag match. And basically, Dana Brooke and Charlotte dominated most of the match. And, you know, Sasha reversed the figure 8 and hit the backstabber and the bank statement for the win. Bayley didn't really do a whole lot in the match, but she was definitely over with the crowd, and her and Sasha hugged it out at the end. So, you know, it was nice to see Bayley make her debut on the Big Show. Or, not the Big Show, but you know what I mean. Up in the big time. So, you know, it was a good opening match. Alright, next we had the New Day versus the Wyatts. And then they did the whole promo package to set the match up, showing the swamp fight and how Xavier was getting all scared and actually maybe sowing the seeds for, hey, is Xavier maybe going to turn and join the Wyatt family? Because you had the beard going on and the whole big-eyed thing. They were doing a real good job, maybe possibly setting up for a turn. And then there was a nice little moment in New Day's promo where Big E was going on about somebody called Bone Crusher in 2003, and Woods goes, who? So that was kind of cool. But basically this whole match, Kofi was getting the crap kicked out of him by the Wyatts for the majority of the match. He made the hot tag to Big E. Big E got in. Then eventually it came down to Xavier getting the hot tag. Xavier came in, and then for a second, you know, it looked like he was mesmerized by Bray again. And hey, is he going to turn, or is he even going to join the Wyatt family? But then Kofi came in and made the save, and then Xavier got all fired up and was firing on Bray. But it just wasn't enough because Braun Strowman just nailed him. And then we had Sister Abigail for the win, and the Wyatt family goes over. Oh, and yeah, there was a nice little point during the commentary where Cole made the nice little comment about flaunting a fly. So, and then he, you know, corrected himself about swatting a fly. So, way to go there, Michael Cole, making the big bucks. You know, it's understandable if I, like, mess up or screw up and, you know, need to buy a vowel because nobody's paying me to do this. But, come on, man. I mean, last month you called the women's tag match a Divas match, and you know it's supposed to be, it's women's now, not Divas. So alright, anyway, moving on, our third match was Rusev with Lana against Zack Ryder, woo woo woo, in his red, white, and blue attire, and it was a nice back and forth match. Ryder hit a nice missile drop kick on the floor. He hit the he hit the Rough Rider, and then he went for the big elbow drop, but Rusev blocked it with the knees, and then it was a big kick to the face and the accolade for the win. And then he started ragtagging him after the match, and then it was what was that guy's name? Mojo Rawley came out to make the save. So okay, Mojo Rawley got to come out and get a little heat from the crowd, so welcome Mojo Rawley. Alright, then we cut backstage. We got a nice little skit with Foley and Steph and Rollins, the backstage promo. And, you know, something about Seth cutting a thing about, oh, when he wins the title tonight, there'll be a baby boom and everybody will start naming their kids Rollins. So, yeah, that was kind of, it was alright. Alright, our fourth match of the night was probably the best match of the night, where we finally got our one-on-one match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And on the pre-show, Cesaro did a nice little comment about, you know, hey, I hope these guys finally get this damn feud over with because they keep interfering in everybody's matches, including mine. They cost him the Intercontinental title. Sorry, I need to buy a vowel, not Michael Cole. on two separate occasions, and how it's, you know, interfering with everybody's career. And then they showed the whole big long promo package about how long this feud's been going on, and like how long these two have known each other. Like, we know you've beat us to death with this for every pay-per-view since Sami Zayn showed up back at the Royal Rumble. So anyway, and it was a great match. There was a, you know, it was out to the floor early, and KO took over in the ring. The crowd was pretty much 50-50, on, you know, split right down the middle between Zayn and KO. KO was doing his trademark talking smack to the fans, which, you know, I just love when he, you know, just KO, just really did KO. Zayn took over with a big clothesline, hit a Michinoku driver. Then Zayn botched a springboard and landed really hard on his shoulder on the apron. It looked rather nasty. Then KO capitalized, even at one point broke out the crippler crossface at one point. But it looked nice. Then we went back to Sami. Zayn hit the Blue Thunder Bomb. He got Zayn T-bowed him a couple of times into the turnbuckle, and then he hit a apron. Sorry. I'm trying to do my notes here. Sorry. So chicken scratch. Zayn hit a brain buster on the apron on KO, and it was pretty nasty. And then they did the whole Fist of Fury thing where they're standing there in the ring punching each other. And then Zayn tried to do that whole thing where he dove through the ropes to hit his tornado DDT. And it took a while, but Owens finally hit a super kick and caught him. And then he did a modified cannonball with his head sticking through the ropes. It looked pretty nasty. Hit his frog splash for a 2 count. Then Zayn finally hit the tornado DDT, and then KO hit his 3rd super kick of the match. But Zayn blocked it, the pop-up power bomb. There were 2 dragon suplexes for another 2 count. KO hit the pop-up power bomb, but Zayn got his foot on the ropes. There was some more smack talk from KO and some smacking. Then Zayn got up, gave him 2 T-bones and then 2 hell of a kicks, and Zayn won. Hopefully the feud's over. But it was really the best match of the night. It was back and forth. The crowd was hot. The crowd was into it. Split down the middle. So it was a really good match. If you saw it, I know you enjoyed it. If you didn't see it, you get a chance to catch it on replay. You'll enjoy it. Okay, the next match was Becky Lynch versus Natalya. Becky started off strong. Then Natalya caught her Beck's leg in the apron. Then Natty took over working on her leg. Then Becky started to come back with an enziguri. Hit the exploder suplex for a 2 count. Then there was a series of reversals when she was going for the arm wrencher, and then Natalya was countering with the sharpshooter. Then the ref got involved. Natalya kicked through the ref's legs onto Becky's knee. She hooked in the sharpshooter, and Becky Lynch tapped out. Natalya wins. So it's kind of like Becky Lynch cannot catch a damn break or a win. Okay, then we had a backstage promo with the SmackDown side of things between Shane, D-Bry, and Dean Ambrose, where Dean Ambrose let D-Bry know that he was their favorite victim for the Shield. So that's awesome. You're like, hey, when we were kicking your ass back when we were in the Shield, you were our favorite victim. And he was like, that didn't really come out as what I said it was. Alright, next match was the IC title match with The Miz with Maurice against Darren Young with Bob Backlund, the whole make Darren Young great again. And this match, it was alright. It was good back and forth. The crowd was really not into it. There was a nice guillotine out of a chicken wing attempt, and then it kind of went all to hell out on the floor. Maurice slapped Backlund. Then she did kind of one of those Eddie Guerrero flops, like back in the old days when Eddie would hit somebody with a chair and then fall to the floor, and then acting like, oh, he hit me. And then Miz came out and pushed Backlund, and Backlund went nuts like he did back in the old days in the 90s. And then Darren Young came out and he hooked the chicken wing on Miz, and they rang the bell. They didn't really clarify whether it was a count out or a DQ. The match was just over. And so it was kind of a really lame ending to a match that really should have happened on Raw or SmackDown. So that's what we're doing with the Intercontinental title now. Alright, next match was Cena, Big Cass, and Enzo versus the Club. Enzo cut a nice promo. They popped real big. Cass, on the other hand, I know you're 7 foot tall, but brother, you cannot cut a promo. You make Roman Reigns look like Daniel Day-Lewis, and you can't teach that. Anyway, the faces were on top early. The club took over. They were wearing out Enzo, and I still don't get the crap emoji on Enzo's pants, but whatever. Got the hot tag to Cena and Styles. Cena went for the FU. I'm still calling it the FU, the attitude adjustment. That name sucks. Went into the Pele kick. There was a series of moves. Hit the FU on AJ for a 2. Then Cena got a spine buster from Anderson on the table outside. Then back in the ring, Styles hit a Styles clash for a 2 count. Then everybody got in the ring. Gallows about took Enzo's head off with a big boot. Cena ended up going for the FU off the top on AJ. He hit it, 3 count, and the faces go over. Then next we have the highlight reel with Y2J and Randy Orton. And actually, for just a glorified interview promo, it went over kind of well. Orton came out, he looked good. Him and Jericho fed off one another real good. And basically, we all knew what was coming. He was going to give him a damn RKO. But Jericho was on and he was popping, the whole drink in the gift of Jericho. And he kept aggravating Orton about, come on. Are you going to give me an RKO out of nowhere? And, you knew it was coming. And Orton kind of faked doing it a couple of times, but it was kind of cool. And then Orton actually got, a great line in about how it may take 20 suplexes to get to Suplex City, but it only takes 1 RKO to get to Viperville. No enhancements needed. Roman Reigns. And then Jericho countered with the whole, oh, you'll probably pay for that remark. But he eventually did give Y2J the RKO. The crowd pops. It was a nice little segment. Alright, on to the main event, the Destruction of the Shield, which if any of you have ever purchased the DVD, there's actually a match on here with the 3 of them before they were the Shield in the triple threat, which actually was a good match. But this time was for the WWE title, which I still don't understand why they didn't hold off this match till SummerSlam. It would have made a whole lot more sense, but okay. They did the big promo promoting how we got to this match, and then all the talking heads came out. Foley came out, Steph came out, Shane O'Mac came out, D-Bry came out. And then, man, for Roman's first match back from being a bad boy, the crowd let him have it. It was a hugely anti-Roman crowd. Roman sucks. Match got started. Roman and Dean traded schoolboys early. Roman looked strong early, but there was good action. The pace was good. Everybody got their moves in. Seth hit the face buster into the turnbuckle. Roman hit the drive-by. Everybody was getting their stuff in. Spilled out to the floor. Ambrose came off the tables on both of them. Hit his bulldog. Hit his flying elbow. Then Seth hit his flash off the top on Ambrose. Then there was a Superman punch on both Rollins and Ambrose. All 3 were down. Then we got the point where they were all trading punches between the 3 of them. And then Ambrose and Rollins got the idea to gang up on Roman. They went for the famous Shield powerbomb. They didn't get it. Then we went to the floor and Ambrose and Rollins hit the famous Shield powerbomb on Roman through the table. The crowd went nuts and was doing the yes chant. Then we got back into Seth got a chair and hit both of them, chair shots on both Ambrose and Roman. We got a counter into a running power bomb, and then he hit the superplex into a Falcon Arrow on Ambrose for a 2 count. Then Roman came in and power bombed both, 2 count again. Superman punch on Ambrose, but then Seth hit the pedigree on Roman for a 2 count. And here we go for the setup for the end. Seth hit the turnbuckle bomb on Roman. Roman bounced off, hit the Superman punch on Seth, then came off for the spear on Seth, goes for the 2 count. Ambrose comes back in, breaks it up, hits Dirty Deeds on Roman Reigns for the 1, the 2, and the 3, and Dean Ambrose retains the WWE title. So there is the review of WWE BattleGround for 2016. Sorry if I had to keep looking at my notes, but my laptop sucks, so I had to do all this by hand. So sorry about that. Hopefully next time it will be better. And I have got this down in under 15 minutes, so yay me. Alright, and I did all this without drinking alcohol this time too. So, alright. That was Can Do Entertainment Presents my Observe and Comment review of WWE BattleGround. Keep on keeping on.